I live in a surrealist landscape of dissociation. And perhaps it is a high and mighty time for me to make up another word for this disassociation. Because I want to seek out new words, or at the very least, new meanings for old words. Since this is the place where I live, my fisheye lens makes it seem big, but I find it rather small. Here I plan my next diet. I'm losing weight currently, so I'm making sure that every little exercise and meal gets marked down to the minute of details. And then afterwards, I go to sleep. I lay there on the bed, and I don't want to sound angsty or anything, but I lay down here, and I hope that nightmares won't come this night. I feel that it's something of a roll of a dice. Whatever happens that night is whatever happens. And I've been watching different YouTube videos to try and really get some inspiration out of all of them. To be unafraid. And what do I mean by not being afraid? Well, the answer is simple, really, or more complex than I'd like to imagine, because I don't want to be hardcore. I just want to be able to withstand the fears of everyday living better. Since some slight comment, some minuscule comment, or something that pops up from my train of thought might really worry me. So that's what I mean by being like extra tough, that I wouldn't be afraid of the little things. I don't really care about appearing hardcore, but what I would really care about is not having to worry so much. Or rather, if I indeed need to worry, if that is my path, then I need to learn to withstand the sensation of worrying better, so that life wouldn't be such agony all the time. I really do appreciate this camera of mine. It's only a shame that I can only film 10 minutes at a time, but then again, when you watch the digits rolling up there in this camera, you really get to value every last second, because you know that constantly time is running out. So, here I lay down and I play on my cell phone. I've got lots of stressful games, or rather just one. And this used to be we should breathe the midnight air, just in case. This used to be the place where I went to smoke a cigarette. But I haven't been smoking in a year. So we are just going to take a look outside, and I won't be talking anything because I'm scared. See how the atmosphere changes. It's like an airlock to another dimension, I think. Because I have all the liberties here, but it still feels like a jail cell, in a sense. When you've got your table here, your bed here for video games, cell phone games, and your bed where you sleep, and your calendar where you mark kuntouttava työtoiminta, which means something you have to participate in so that your monthly support monies don't get cut off. So I don't much care for cleanliness. So here is where I cook up my, protein shakes with different tastes, different flavors. It beats eating normal food because you can always eat an apple or two daily and have some vitamins and try to play the synthesizer. I'm actually trying to learn Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Lost Painting, but it has proven to be difficult since I am unable to read the tabs for guitar and the synthesizer doesn't function all the way. I think the last keys are broken somehow. I found this synthesizer on the street. So now I've toppled over a protein bag, it seems. And I'm going to close those two today. Then I'm going to wash my teeth, and then I'm going to go to sleep. And this thing repeats itself each and every day. Somebody's shouting, but it won't concern us. So this is what I mean by dissociative sensations, I think, because it really does feel so real to exist in such a plane of existence. Nothing more. It's weird. And I think I have found a very handy coping mechanism for this. Many people would these days assume that coping is something negative, but I really find that coping with a room like this is only a positive if you can make it an imaginary play of sorts where you are indeed disconnected from the outside world, but you can make up a story of existing in this space right here. So that's why it's almost like a dreamlike state to me these days.